That's good. So how did you navigate then? So when you realized that real estate was something you wanted to start focusing on and gravitate towards that, whether it was on a large scale, small scale, like you just mentioned, how did you navigate between realizing that you wanted to sell your insurance agency and focus full time on real estate like you've done, or trying to figure out, well, can I do both of them together, right? And I'm kind of setting you up because I know some of the answers to these questions. That's what I love about doing this with people I know. But like, I want you to kind of explain, like, where was your thought process behind that, and then why did you ultimately decide the route you went with it?
So, as you know, both was a struggle.
Yeah.
And I think we have different stages in our lives, you know, different stages in business.
Right.
The insurance portion was still in its infant stage. 4.5 years in, we were getting to the point where it was starting to get a solid book of business. Right. But it was still, at the time, it was still an infant portion. Yep. So I already got my license. I've had my license for close to a year. So my real estate license. So I was doing real estate for close to a year now, and also insurance same time. It was a struggle. We had two. So the two people that were under me, I had Rachel and Courtney, and then Alyssa as well, who's a virtual assistant. They're both millennials. Yep. You know, we millennials. We recent podcast talking about millennials. Millennials, we work for passion, not for making the top dollar.
Right.
Both of them are phenomenal employees, like great at what they did. Me being in real estate and taking my time from there, I knew I wasn't giving real estate or insurance, the business, my time that it needed. I wasn't giving them my time that I needed.
And you knew that they deserved more than what they had.
They deserved more than what they had.
And I that's one thing I appreciate about you, because I know your heart, right?
Yeah.
And that you do have that care for other people.
Yeah.
That it would have been easy to be like, yeah, well, I don't really care about them.
Mm-hmm.
If I can figure out how to still make money off of this and do this, great, right? But you did it out of a place because you knew their potential, right? And obviously, I've gotten to know both of those ladies. I've actually knew both of them way before you did even. But, and they're awesome people,
Sure.
And so I commend you for making that decision. I'm sure that was hard, right?
It was.
Because you spent years building that. And I can relate perfectly in this situation, as I was in the painting industry and did that. I spent 10 years in the industry, had my own business for 5 years, and then started realizing what my real passion was, which is small business advising, right? And, trying to run both of them side by side, it's hard. Like, unless you've got the exact perfect people, the exact setup, the systems in place, and a lot of times when you have a smaller company, I had 2 employees too, just like you did. You need like 5 to 7 employees for that to really grow. And sometimes that's going to take years or a lot of time and effort to get there. And I'm sure, like you, I was just not patient enough to put that time and effort into it, because I wanted to start focusing on what we're doing now. And I think that's kind of where you were at with real estate. You knew that maybe if you gave insurance another 3 to 5 years, you could build it to where you could have them together. But you realized you were super passionate about real estate, and you wanted to start focusing that way as quickly as possible.
Exactly right.